Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88 and we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook. We're in Innovation Valley, case number 48, Blood in the Blender. Let's head on to chapter number 3. Hey Ace, there's just been a break-in at the victim's house. Oh, Ruth's killers must be trying to erase the evidence. I want you both to go there immediately and secure the perimeter. Things may be a little crazy now, what with the victim's clones running loose, but there's one thing you can trust, hard data. Go back to the victim's house and bring me back enough evidence to catch that killer, Ace. Cool. I like that image. Alright, what can we find here? Let's see, coffee cup, ashtray, gym bag, that's definitely going to be something, yeah. Serving trolley, binoculars. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't find them. Oh, they're there. Oh, because they're the old ones. Torn pieces. Gotcha. Oh. Oh, how cool is that, guys? You have Hannah, Jan, and I believe Andrea's there, so I just beat Hannah. That's kind of cool. Hey Ace, that bag is packed with science books and notes. This could give us the answers we need. Let's search through it. And knowing you, I'm sure that torn paper will be restored in a minute. We must hurry. Ace or Ruth is killed. We'll get away. So again, thank you guys all for liking and commenting. It's always fun to read your guys' stuff. Seems like you guys enjoy the fact that I'm showing some of your guys' comments. Hey Ace, you found a picture of our victim and her clone in the bag. It's strange to see them side by side. Nicely spotted. There's a message on the picture. I'll get your Dustin kit so you can retrieve it. Alright, well let's examine the torn article. A lot of stuff. We got a lot of torn pictures. Interesting. Ace, what's that old newspaper article you found in the victim's house about? Oh, the headline reads, Tragic Fire Kills 10-Year-Old. How dreadful. Then there's a handwritten message, I could resurrect him. Signed by our victim. Ruth wanted to bring a dead kid back to life? I thought this investigation couldn't get any crazier. You're right, Ace. We need to find out who the message is for. Let's send the newspaper to Hannah. She'll track down the kid's family. Could be. I bet you it's Ambassador Lee. That's my guess. Whoa. So the message in the picture of Ruth and her clone reads, if you keep wasting your life, I'll take it. Sounds ominous. Could the other Ruth have written this message? I agree. There's not a minute to lose. Let's go talk to the clone again. I actually kind of like the clone more than I like the other one, but obviously that one's a little strange. Ruth, Marshall Ace found this picture of you and the victim. Did you write this message about taking her life? Yes, I did. You don't understand what it's like, being the mirror image of someone else. Ruth created me just to prove she could do it, and she didn't care about me. If religion hadn't helped me find some meaning, I'd have gone insane long ago. Can you imagine how confusing it is to be born a grown woman? How many hormones I must take every day just for my body to keep working? Well, it all sounds insane for sure. That's why you wrote the message. Were you jealous of the real Ruth? She was throwing her life away, so I took her place. Her husband didn't even notice. I wasn't his wife. Can you believe it? Wait, you're telling us you slept with the victim's husband? Well, it's not like I hurt him or anything. He thought I was her. Oh my gosh, the story keeps getting crazier and crazier. Better not have killed the real Ruth so you could steal her life. Marshall Ace will prove if it's true. And Ace, I agree. We need to go talk to Nigel. I can't believe he didn't notice his wife's hair color was different. Yeah. Alright, Nigel. Mr. Campbell, did you know that your wife had managed to create a clone of herself? What do you mean, cloned herself? That's insane. Wish it were true. Ruth created a woman who's an exact genetic copy. She looks exactly like her, apart from her red hair. Red hair? Yes, red hair. Sounds familiar? The clone admitted she'd been impersonating your wife. Are you saying you didn't notice your wife kept changing her hair color from one day to the next, Mr. Campbell? I thought Ruth wanted to spice things up. That it was a wig. Look, Ruth and I had been trying to have a baby for months. She made me take hormones to boost my fertility, and I drank smoothies to keep my strength up. I can't believe I've been sleeping with my wife's clone. Oh, I need to go to confession. I need to talk to someone. Yeah, no need to go that far. If you had something to confess, Marshall Ace will discover what it is. Wow. That would be insane. Alright guys, we're going to wait 9 hours. See you guys all in a little bit. This is Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we're back! Let's finish this off. Hey Ace, I ran this article through the database, and I know who Ruth wanted to resurrect this poor kid for. One in the picture is Tom Andrews. He died in an accidental fire more than 50 years ago. That's heartbreaking, Hannah, but we're on the clock here. Give us a name, someone we can talk to. Andrews happens to be the last name of one of your suspects. Not that you know, since Dolly Andrews became Sister Dolly when she joined the Order. The victim offered to bring Sister Dolly's dead brother back to life? That must have gone down well. Ace, there's not a second to lose. We need to ask Sister Dolly about the victim's crazy offer. Dun dun dun. What's up, Sister Dolly? Sister Dolly, Marshall Ace discovered the victim had offered to bring your long-dead brother back to life. But I'd torn that paper to shreds. I didn't want anyone to hear about this heresy. I take it you refused Ruth's crazy offer. Of course I refused. She wanted to bring back my darling brother back from the dead and condemn him to eternal damnation? That heathen thought she'd win me over by offering to recreate my brother from stranded DNA. Horrifying. Marshall Ace, I'm not unreasonable. I know science can do good. The hormones I take every day help me, and I believe that it is God's wish. But Ruth wanted to take God's place. She wanted to be in charge of resurrection. And so you confronted her, sister. I hope you didn't forget your God in your rage, because if you did, Marshall Ace will catch you. Ace, my head is spinning. Dr. Campbell's work seems incredible to me. Our victim is clone, and I still can't believe she's real, was bitterly jealous of our victim's life. She started impersonating the real Ruth. And Nigel pretends he never noticed sleeping with his wife's clone. Not that I can blame him. Who'd have thought it was possible? Ace, it's up to us to figure out what's real and what's not. We must find Ruth's killer. Good idea. Let's go back to where it all started. The juice bar. Maybe the key to this crazy story is there. Really? Really? You think that the key to the whole murder is actually at the crime scene? Shocker. Literally shock on my face. That is a brilliant idea. We should go back to the crime scene to figure out who did the murder. That's just a shocker to me. Okay, well obviously, okay, you didn't notice a bloody saw. I have a problem with that. You had to have seen that. Enjoy vegan food, cheesecake, mustache, nacho. Ooh, nachos sound bomb right now. That's definitely gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen one of these days. Hey, do you think the saw could be what the killer used to chop up the victim before feeding her into the blenders? It could be the final piece of the puzzle. Quick, let's collect a sample of that blood. What about that piece of paper? It also has blood on it. Apparently someone circled something with their blood. The page is faded. There's not a minute to lose. Let's retrieve the writing. Heck yeah, we should. What have we here? Not too shabby. Under 5 seconds. Hey, brilliant. Let's send the blood from the saw to the lab and hope that science is on our side, Ace. Alrighty, let's do that. 15 hours, holy crap. Alright. Fair enough, we'll wait. What is this? Are these like DNA strands, or I have no idea what these are. Hey, so I don't get what's wrong on this paper, but the fact that someone circles something in the blood means she should send this paper to the lab. Oh, it's gonna say that it's a clone, so it's either her double, or Milo. I don't think it's Milo. I think it's her clone. Anyways, guys, see you guys all in a little bit. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we're back. On Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's figure out who murdered Ruth Campbell. Hey, Ace. The blood you collected from the saw was mostly the victims. I knew it, Ace. You found the murder weapon, you genius. Oh, thank you. Too kind, too kind. Well, there's more. The blood wasn't only your victims. Considering how messy the murder was, I'm not surprised the killer cut themselves. Get to the point. It may take millions of years for humans to evolve from amoeba, but we don't have all that long to catch this killer. Hey, Ace, your killer's blood type is O positive. Now go and catch him. That's gonna help. Again, like I said, I think the last clue is gonna mean that they're a clone. Hey Ace, I congratulate you on the magnificent find. This map of the human genome you found at the crime scene will crack this case. Oh, please don't launch into a long explanation, but what's a map of the human genome? It looks like doodles to me. These drawings are humans' chromosomes. They're what makes you who you are, from the color of your eyes to the shape of your legs. And the red circle on the paper was made with your victim's blood. Ace, Ruth sent you a message with this paper. You mean she drew the circle in blood while the killer was hacking at her? Oh, poor Ruth. Well, you should thank her. By circling that particular chromosome, she gave you a crucial evidence against the killer. They have red hair. Oh, is her husband? I don't think so. Hey, so you've collected all the evidence to arrest Dr. Campbell's killer. Let's go and show them how natural selection works. Nice, nice. Nice, nice, baby. Oh, and somebody noticed, and I'll be showing their comment a little bit later, about Sister Dolly and being the first cloned sheep, which is kind of cool. I think it's her. Oh, it's not. It's the husband. Oh, snap. So he did know. Nigel Campbell, Marshall Ace is arresting you for the horrible murder of your wife. What? Marshall Ace, whenever we meet, you come up with some outrageous nonsense. First you said my wife had a clone, now you claim I killed her? What's next? Mr. Campbell, we found holy oil on your bottle of hormones. You're a religious man. Confess the murder to Marshall Ace and you might get a shorter sentence. Well, I have nothing to confess. I loved Ruth. Gave up my job for her, to be a house husband. I was devoted to her. Well, the blood on the murder weapon matches your blood type. As the husband of a scientist, you can't argue with that. Science doesn't always have the answer to everything, Marshall Ace. How about love? I didn't want Ruth dead. I wanted us to have children. Mr. Campbell, your wife had the presence of mind to leave a final clue about her murder. She circled the red hair gene on a picture. She's your downfall. All right, I admit it. I killed my wife. I just couldn't take it anymore. When her clone came to me, I couldn't resist her. She was like a better version of Ruth, and she cared about me. She spent time with me. My wife was always in her lab, working, and for what? To get death threats from angry stalkers and fanatics like that Sister Dolly? I thought one of those lunatics would take the blame for the murder, but you were too clever, Marshall Ace. But I did it for love. I love clone Ruth. I wanted to live with her. Mr. Campbell, you are hardly the man to lecture about love. You turned your wife into pulp in a blender. I'm not even sure if you're human anymore, Mr. Campbell, but you're certainly under arrest. Mr. Campbell, it says here you killed your wife because you wanted to marry another woman exactly like her? Well, that's foolish. With all the other women in the world, you had to make the same mistake twice? I love my wife, Your Honor, but she neglected me for the sake of science. I wanted someone who was around, who was loving and caring. My wife created a clone to push the boundaries of what is possible, to question what makes us human. And in the process, she forgot to be human herself. She forgot to love me. And so you turned her into a smoothie. Well, hopefully they won't put you on kitchen duty in prison, Mr. Campbell. You're sentenced to 30 years in jail. 30 years is nothing for true love. I know the other Ruth will wait for me. She has to. Ace, I still can't grasp at all you discovered in this case. Genetic experiments, clones. And to think this man killed his wife to marry her clone is the icing on the cake. What's next? Innovation Valley seems to be full of dark secrets. I dread to think what we'll discover next. Yeah, me too, man. And as always, at the end of the videos, I'm going to start showing some stuff. So I want to let you guys know, I got a really, really nice comment in here. And it said, this is in response to me showing comments, so I really appreciated that one. And then I wanted to give Roxanne Rochelle a shout out because she mentioned that Sister Dolly was the first clone sheep, which I had remembered that it was named Dolly. I just didn't know it was Sister Dolly, so I didn't make the connection. So good job on you. But anyways, guys, stay tuned for the additional investigation into the future part 3, where we only have 5 cases, so this one is probably going to be pretty big. I'll see you guys all there. It's been Pigeon 88, over and out.